Hey lovelies, me again. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I prepare plantains. I'm going to show you different ways of how you can actually cut them to fry them. You don't obviously have to do it my way. If you've got a different way you can do it, but I'm just going to show you the main ways of doing it. So you're going to want to top and tail the ends. So just cut them off so that you can see the ends. And then I'm just going to slice into the actual skin, going right down. So I'm not cutting the plantain itself, I'm just slicing the skin and then peeling off the skin. Alright, so there you go. It's the right plantain there. So you can have one way of cutting it by basically doing it slanted. So you cut it in chunks like that, which is what you get in the restaurants. Okay, so that's, and then you just continue going down. Yeah, so you're basically just cutting it at an angle. Please do not do this in your hand. Use a cutting board along with your knife. Got a bit like that, just take it off. Sometimes it comes off with the skin, sometimes it doesn't. So there you go. It's like a banana basically. Like that. And then there you go. You're done. Right? So that's your restaurant style plantain. Then again, top and tail on the cutting board, please guys. So I'm just gonna show you. So you're just barely scoring the skin basically. You don't want to cut into the actual plantain itself. And then just peeling off the skin. Yeah, so you got it there. I'm going to cut it in half, just normal. And then you can slice it down like this. You can do it thick, you can do it thin. It's up to you, but this is how I usually cut it when I've got it. I usually do it quite thin. I don't like thick plantain. So, by that thickness. Yeah. Like that. As you don't actually have to wear gloves to do this. Nothing will happen to you if you do it with your bare hands. Don't mind me. I've been in a lot of water recently to do you guys videos and stuff, and just in general I do a lot of cleaning and stuff like that, so I use a lot of chemicals and that on my hands, and I've got sensitive skin, so if I do use a lot of water and all of that, my skin flares up, so then I have to wear my gloves. Okay guys, so that's just to literally prepare my food and stuff. It's not anything that has to be done. All right. And then another way, if you can't actually manage to peel the whole plantain, or you're not used to it, then you can cut your plantain in half with the skin. So just in half like that. Cut the ends off. Alright guys, both ends off, and then like before, score it, peel it off. Yeah. So I'll show you again. Get your plantain. Just wanna barely put the tip of your knife onto it and then peel it off. And then another way you can do it is in circles. Okay guys, so you can cut it as thick or as thin as you want. So you're just slicing circles. Yeah. So just like you would with a normal banana, you just slice it up in in circles. Yeah. Guys, please do it on your cutting boards. I can't stress that enough, okay? Please, please, please. So you just want to slice it in circles like that. Guys, remember, you do it as thick or as thin as you like. If you want it really thin, then by all means cut it really thin. If you want it really thick, cut it really thick. But this is how I do mine. Like I said, I won't be touching those chunky ones. My husband, he prefers it that way, so he can have those ones. But for me, I like my plantain cut thin. The children will have the chunky ones as well, but I'm not here for it. So yeah. Right guys, so that's how you cut them up, right? So there you go. I've given you your 3 different ways of how plantain is generally cut up. You've got your long strips, you've got your chunky takeaway style plantain, if you like to call it that, and then you've got your circles. Right guys, so I'm gonna go off, wash my hands, dispose of the plantain skins and all of that, and then I'm gonna come back and show you how to fry your plantains. Okay lovely, so we've got here a frying pan with oil. I'm using sunflower oil. You can use whatever oil you would like to use. We've got our plantain over there prepped, well, our plantains prepped. And then I've got here a dish, a plate, or whatever you call it. And I've just put some paper towel on it. I've gotten 3 sheets of paper towel and I've folded them over and put them inside the dish, the plate, whatever. So my oil is quite hot now because I've had it on the heat warming up whilst I've been talking to you, and I'm going to start putting my plantains in the heat pan. Right guys, so that's in. Just gonna show you guys. So you literally just want to put a nice amount of oil in the pot. You don't have to put a whole gallon of oil, please. Some people really and truly feel like you need to dash a whole bottle of oil in the pan to fry some plantain. You don't. Because as you put more in the pot, the oil level rises up. Okay guys, so you don't have to empty a whole bottle of oil in the pot to fry it. If you've got a deep fryer, you can use a deep fryer, but it's not a necessity, okay? So don't go out there and buy a deep fryer just because you're going to do some plantain, okay? Just going to wash off my hands, guys. So you just want to wait until the plantain goes a nice golden brown color. Some people prefer it darker. For me, you're basically burning the plantain, so you might as well just give up now. So you don't want the heat too hot, so you want to put it on a nice medium heat so that it cooks but it doesn't burn, okay? Because literally plantain is one of those things, you leave it, turn around, and by the time you turn back around, literally split second, your plantain burn up. For those who didn't understand that, you can leave it for a split second, turn around, and then the plantain just burns. So I'm just going to check these now. So there you go. So as you can see guys, nice brown color. And as you can see, I started off with a small amount of oil in the pot, not a whole bottle, and it's covering the plantains and they're cooking nicely, okay? So you don't need a whole bottle of oil, guys. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Some people do put salt on the plantain before they cook it. Guys, that is not actually a important step. We usually do that in the Caribbean with green plantain. So when we fry green plantain, then we put a little bit of salt on it. But it's not relevant when you're doing fried plantain. So you don't actually have to do that. You can if you want. I know some people do, but you don't have to. So guys, that is finished, okay? It's completely finished. So I'm just gonna take it out, put it on a napkin here, and then move on to the next ones. I'm just gonna leave that one for a few more minutes. They won't necessarily cook in the order that you put them in the pot in. So guys, you just have to keep an eye on them and make sure that they aren't burning, okay? That's the most important bit. So keep your fire on a medium heat so you can keep an eye on your plantain, because the last thing you want to do is burn plantain. Nowadays plantain carry price, I don't know why. So just keep an eye on your plantains, okay? Alright guys, so I'm going to turn this down a little bit because it's getting a bit too hot. Alright guys, so we'll move on to the next lot. And I'll just show you guys. So literally it's the same process. You just make sure that your fire is at a good temperature. It's not too hot. And your plantain's not just swimming around in cold oil. You keep an eye on them. When they're golden brown, turn them over. They're golden brown on the other side, you take them out, and that's that. Just get a foil. There you go. Alright guys, so I'm going to finish these up and then come back and show you guys the other ones, and then we're done. Alright guys, so just like the other two sets, I'm going to put in the last ones now, the round ones. These ones tend to fry a lot quicker than the other two, so keep an eye on them and make sure, if you need to, you don't have to wait until one side is completely brown and turn it over. You can keep turning it if needs be. It's up to you. But like I said, they won't necessarily fry in the order that you put them in. Some of them might take longer than others. They're thicker or thinner. We're not using a machine, so we might cut some thinner than others. So just bear that in mind when you're doing it. Right, so I'm going to let these cook and then turn them over. Wash my hands. Right guys, so that one is ready, and that wasn't one of the first ones that I put in, so already you can see what I'm talking about when I say it won't necessarily be ready in the order that you put it in. So I'm just turning some of them. They aren't completely browned yet, but I will put them back on the other side. Okay, so this pretty much is it. You just need to keep an eye on them, turn them over if needs be, and just make sure that you take them out before they actually burn. If you're not used to it and you haven't yet acquired the skill to do this, make sure you keep it on a low heat or a medium heat, and then keep an eye on them constantly, because like I said, it just takes for you to turn your back literally for under a minute and everything is burnt. And when I say burnt, I don't mean like, oh yeah, you know, this is still edible. I mean like charred, like you ain't touching that. So there you go, that one's ready. That one's ready now. Guys, make sure your plate with your napkin is close by, so you can take out your plantains and put them on there quite easily. Because what you don't want is to have to stretch over your pot or anything like that to get the plantains. So please just make sure that you put it in a sensible place, because if you stretch over your pot you can get burnt. It happens to the best of us, literally. I don't even play that game, so, and I've been cooking plantain for years. There will be times where you will need to move quickly to get them out, because they're gonna start burning shortly. So if you've got it on a high heat or a medium heat, you need to keep an eye out for that. Alright guys, so that's that. I'm just going to finish up the rest and then I'll show you guys the end result. Alright love, so this is the finished product. Everything done. So that is how you do your fried plantain, the different ways you cut it and so on. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications. As always, if you want to request any other videos or anything, you can email me, you can put a comment down below, you can send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, wherever you want to find me. So feel free to do that. But as always, thank you for coming back if you're a returning subscriber. If not, welcome to the family guys. I'll see you on the next one.